Workers, what's your best story of malicious compliance? My boss called it the Total Accountability Initiative. He stood at the front of our weekly meeting, puffed up and proud of the term he'd clearly invented himself. From now on, he announced, you log every single minute. Phone calls, emails, bathroom breaks. If you're not actively on a task, you log the reason why. No exceptions. I'd been a systems analyst at that logistics company for 15 years. I knew our workflow had natural gaps, waiting for data to process, waiting for a client to call back, waiting for software to update. We filled that time with small, unlogged tasks that kept the wheels turning. His new rule was going to be a disaster. I tried to explain this to him privately. If I stop everything to log a 2-minute wait time, I said, it'll throw off the entire sync schedule. He just smiled condescendingly. Just follow the rules, Mark. It's not that hard. So I did. I followed his rule to the letter. At 9:02 a.m., I logged, waiting for server to respond 3 minutes. At 9:35 a.m., system rebooting after mandatory update 12 minutes. I logged the 4 minutes I spent walking to the coffee machine and back. I logged the 7 minutes I spent waiting for my boss to sign a critical approval form because he was busy on a personal call. The hum of the server room was my soundtrack as I meticulously documented the company's own inefficiency. The first sign of trouble was Tuesday. A shipment was delayed by 90 minutes because I had to halt the process to log 3 separate micro-interruptions as per the new policy. By Thursday, the entire shipping forecast was off by several hours. Our biggest client, a 7-figure account, relied on our just-in-time data. Their entire manufacturing line was keyed to our updates. On Friday morning, I was in the middle of a critical data transfer when a pop-up appeared. Mandatory security scan required. This will take approximately 17 minutes. I looked at the transfer progress bar, then at the clock. Under the old way, I'd let the transfer finish, but the rule was no exceptions. I hit scan now and logged performing mandatory security scan 17 minutes. That 17-minute delay caused a catastrophic data bottleneck. Our client's entire production line in another state shut down. The fallout was immediate. The regional manager was on a plane that afternoon. He walked into our office, his face grim, and went straight into my boss's office. An hour later, he called me in. He held up my timesheet. Is this a joke? He asked, his voice dangerously quiet. Did you really log 2 minutes waiting for a document to print? My boss stood behind him, looking pale. Yes, I said calmly. I was instructed to log every minute with no exceptions. I was complying with a direct order from my manager. I looked past the regional manager to my boss, whose face had gone from pale to ghost white. I just held his gaze. The regional manager looked from my face to my boss's, and I could see the exact moment he understood everything. They fired my boss and reversed the policy. The new employee handbook now has a section called the Critical Task Prioritization Protocol. But everyone in the office just calls it the Mark Rule.